Yes, okay, fine. Just again, I'm share the syllabus. I'm showing the syllabus of data mining and information retrieval. In previous lecture, we had discussed about the data mining functionalities. It consists of classification, cluster, regression, association, and classification of data mining system. These are the things we had discussed in previous lecture. Today we are going to discuss everything is discussed in the terms of the basics only. Classification, cluster regression, association are discussed only what is meant by that is with small example, theoretical example. The next topic we're going to discuss process of knowledge discovery from database and current trends. This is also is going to discuss about only a small architecture how it will be knowledge can be discovered because in unit 1 everything is an introduction. We can refer the unit 4, that is a model 4, where you're able to see that overview of data warehouse tools and techniques, where it will be deeply discuss about different kinds of how the data warehouse will be there, how the operations will be processed. In Model 5, you can able to see data pre-processing and data mining techniques, how the data can be pre-processed, what are the methods is available, how it will be converted and store the data. Everything will be briefly we are described in unit 5. Same like that in unit 6, you can able to see concepts of classification and prediction. Prediction is a regression. Okay, the two things you are discussing. In unit 7, you are able to see the association and clustering. So in unit 1, what we are discussing is only introduction part. Each and every topic is discussed elaborately in the subsequent module. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about process of knowledge discovery from database. How the data can be mined and will be converted into knowledge which is useful for the user to improve their business. They can call as a business intelligence. Okay, how we can done? You can see only the introduction part because in unit module 4, module 5, module 6, and module 7, you are able to discuss and study elaborately of this, all these data mining functionalities. Okay, now I'm going to stop this syllabus, then I'm going to the PPT. I hope that you are able to view the PPT. I share the screen or able to view the PPT. Just closing it. Again sharing. Okay, I hope that you're able to see the PPT and able to hear my voice. Today only we are going to discuss the lecture for only 5 to 7 minutes. Then we are winding this lecture today. So we are almost completing the unit 1. The remaining part will be discussed in the next lecture. Okay. So just a brief discussing about how the data can be knowledge can be mined from the database. In this diagram, we can call it as the conceptual model of knowledge discovery system. Here we are discussing about how the data can be mined, how the knowledge can be mined and given to the user. There is a step-by-step process of the bottom we can call it as a database, At the top, we are able to see the knowledge. The knowledge is nothing but the rich information about the data, what the user required. But exactly we are giving the answer that is called as a knowledge. The bottom part we can see the database. So we want to mine the knowledge from the database and present it to the user. Here we can see this database can be stored, will be deployed in anywhere, in one country or more than one countries, or within a country or within the building, whatever may be. Okay, so the database will be there. Same like that, not only a single database, it is a collection of database, because the data warehouse, this is the data warehouse component. The first component we can call it as a database. The second component we can call it as a flat file. The third component we can call it as the data warehouse. The fourth component we can call it as a data mining. The fifth component we can call it as a patterns. The sixth component we can call it as a actual knowledge. Okay. Now we can see one by one. So in data warehouse, in generally, the data warehouse is a big storage. It will be perform load refresh operation. It perform load, refresh, and read operation. So load means we are able to store the data into the data warehouse by getting the data from different data sources. This everything under this we can call it as a data sources, where the data is available. Okay, in the different forms. So the data will be stored in the data warehouse by using a command load. The refresh command is able to append the data. There is there will not be modify the data. There is no option to delete the data from the data warehouse. So we can imagine that if a company has a data warehouse, it should the capacity of the data warehouse would be very high, because the company has the branch all over the world. So it collect the data from all over the world from the different data sources and will be stored in a single place. We can call it as a data warehouse. So it can be performed by using a load operation. Refresh means we're able to append the data. The data warehouse is updated up to yesterday, means after the end of this day, today, again this data can be appended. Appended means we can add to the existing data. There is no need of the modified data, there is no need of deleted data, not ability performed. Okay, so load and refresh means load means read the data from the different data sources. Refresh means we're able to append the data which is available or update the data which is available in the same data source. Okay. The next is operation is a read operation, where the stored data can able to read. There is no possibility for write back the data from the user, as well as there is no possibility for updating the data. There is no option at all. Okay, this is about the data warehouse. Data mining means we are able to read the data, desired data, only a particular data by using some DML code, data mining query. Pattern means after getting the data, group of data, we want to evaluate and analyze the data. There is evaluation presentation depends upon the pattern. The pattern is nothing but it is some structure, how the data can be accessed. Finally, we're able to get the knowledge, meaning that we are able to get the meaningful information from the data. We are able to get the meaningful information from the data. This part we can call it as the conceptual model of knowledge discovery system. Here there is, you can see step by step process. The first, the data will be available in all over the world. It is called the data source. So the data source data to be stored into the data warehouse. The data warehouse is a common place where the data can be stored. But here it is most important that the data will be read from the database. Here, the another part of data source is a flat file where the data is stored in the magnetic tapes. So it is also trying to load. So you can see database as a fixed structure we're able to see by using a tuples. But in flat files, the data is stored in the form of the nodes or list. The way of data store is entirely different. The way of structure is entirely different. So try if you're going to try to load the different types of structured data into the data warehouse, it creates a problem. To overcome this problem, the data from the data source will be not directly will be stored in the data warehouse. It will be perform cleaning and integration operation. It perform cleaning and integration operation. The cleaning and integration is entirely different. It able to find whether the data is available data is accuracy data. All the fields in the table is filled up. Is there any missing value? It is able to see all this. Then after cleaning and integration is completed only, the data from different sources will be stored in the data warehouse. It is most important that the data from the different data source means it has a different structure. So we will not directly store the data into the data warehouse. So it creates a problem. So what happens now? It can be proceed with the technical cleaning and integration, where the data will be changed according to the data warehouse single format and story. Okay, this is called the cleaning and integration. I already told that it is a overview. So subsequent units are able to see individually what is meant by pre-processing, what is by data warehouse, what is by data mining, what is by patterns. We can see separately in each separate units. Okay, now we can see the introduction. Okay, after cleaning and integration is completed, this process we can call it as a pre-processing data. This is called as a pre-processing data. Pre-process means before storing the data into the data warehouse, you want to process the data. Okay. After pre-processing is completed, the data is loaded into the data warehouse. Data is loaded into the data warehouse. The next is to read the data from the data warehouse and will be given to the user. That question we can call it as a selection and transformation. Selection and transformation. The selection and transformation is nothing but it can be done by data mining query language. DMLQL, data mining query language, where according to the user requirement, the data can be selected and transformed according to the user requirements and give back to the result. So selection transformation is the operation can be done in the data warehouse. Selection means reading a particular data. Transformation means the data to be easily understandable to the end user. That will be converted. We can call this a transformation. After this selection and transformation is completed, we are moving to the data mining, where the actual data can be read from the subset of data. So the data mining will be taken place. It has a classification, clustering. All this algorithm can be used to give the exact desired output to the user. Now we can able to apply patterns to get the exact data, to get the knowledge, so that we can go for evaluation and presentation. After we're able to get the data by using the patterns, then we're able to see the result will become, it will be evaluated and presented. Evaluation means we are making some analysis, depends upon the analysis, we will be present the data in the terms of graphical user interface or chart or graph like that, the data will be presented. Okay, so this is the way how the data, the conceptual model, the knowledge discovery system will be work. It will take the data from data sources and store into the data warehouse. Then the data from the data warehouse will be read by the data mining. From the data mining data, it will go for the patterns. Then we can go for the Evaluation, analysis, and representation. Presentation means after finishing the analysis, you are able to present the data in the terms of the graphic user interface or in terms of chart graphs, then so that the person who is sitting as an end user is able to understand what is happening in the sales department. So in this way, we are able to explain the concept model of knowledge discovery system. So the first stage we are going to discuss in this diagram is cleaning and integration. We can call it as a pre-processing the data. We can call it as a pre-processing the data. Pre-processing means the data should be converted in the form such that it will be understood by the data warehouse. So the cleaning is nothing but just we are able to remove the noisy data from the data source. We are removing the noisy data from the data source. For example, if the data we are collecting in the data set as the age value should be a positive only. There is no negative value, no negative value. Okay. If the somebody is given the age as -5, this is the noisy data. The data is there, but the data is not correct. Okay, so we want to remove this minus, or you want to check whether this 5 is opt or not by checking with the date of birth. So if removing the minus and checking this value with the database is entered by the user. If it is okay, then 5 will be there. Otherwise, the some operation will be taken place to remove this noise. This is called as a cleaning the data. It is called as a cleaning the data. Here we does not going to add any new value. Just the data is available. We are removing the noise because age will be represented in the terms of the positive numbers. So it is a negative number. So removing the negative, the value will be compared with the data birth. If it is correct, then we can process. This we can call as a data cleaning. Again, telling these are all the overview only. Subsequent units were able to study elaborately. Okay. The next is data integration. I told that the data from the different data sources will be entered into the data warehouse. So there will be a data integration should be. The data integration is joining together. The different source of data is joined together, then the data will be stored into the data warehouse. The next data pre-processing we can call the data transformation. We are going to change the data without affecting their meanings. Without affecting their meanings. For example, I want to plot the output in terms of rupees. I want to plot the chart in terms of x-axis in rupees, y-axis in number of products. So if I go for the rupees, means it will from 1,000 kilo, this 1,000 lakh, millions, billions, like this will be going. If you meaning that my value are in the billions, or we can mean that my values are lakhs, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh. If I'm mentioning in this x-axis, the value will be very huge. It will be a very huge. So without changing their meaning, we're able to convert the data. We can see here an example. -2 is converted into -0.02. 32 will be converted into 0.32. It means that it reduces the units. So it is very easily used to represented in the diagrammatic format without changing the value. I've given the example here. If there is a 200 lakh, 100 lakh, just we can mentioning that 0.10 lakh, 0.5 lakh. So able to represent the value in terms of the graph, it is also easily understand and without changing the value. Then we're not able to put a large values in the chart. Reducing putting large values in the chart, we are converting data from one form to the another form. We can call as a data transformation without affecting the meaning of the data. without affecting the meaning of the data. The next is data reduction. You are already studied about data reduction is nothing we can study. We can able to remove the duplicated data. We are able to remove the duplicated data. If you go to the our data warehouse, most of the data will be the duplicate. Okay, now you can see this is called as a pre-processing. This is called as a pre-processing. In this cleaning, integration, transformation, data reduction, or we can give an example here, but actually, each and every process has a different technique. We can see in data pre-processing, want to check the quality of the data, the major task in data pre-processing. The quality should be checked. Next is cleaning, integration, reduction, transformation, data discretion. Okay, these are the operations can be done by using pre-processing. Before data is stored into the data warehouse, it won't go for the pre-processing. If you go for the pre-processing, you want to check about the data quality, cleaning the data, integrated data, data reduction, as well as data transformation and data discretion can also be used. So in this diagram, we are able to see that how the data will be going to stored in the data warehouse. Before storing the data, there is an operation called cleaning and integration. The cleaning and integration you can call it as the data pre-processing. You want to check the quality, you want to clean the data, you want to integrate the data, you want to reduce the data, you want to transform the data and data discretion. Okay. Up to this, we are going to stop today lecture because we are discussing about the process of knowledge discovery from database. It is an overview of how the knowledge is discovered from the database. The next thing is the current trends we are going to discuss in next lecture. So this process of discovery database or everything will be briefly discussed in Unit 5, Unit 6 and Unit 7. In Unit 1, everything it is a briefing introduction part only. Okay. So I'm requesting everybody just you can drop your enrollment number for attendance. Drop your enrollment number for those who are given attendance, you can leave the class. Those who are given attendance, you can leave the class. Those who are given the attendance, you can leave the class. Those who are not given the attendance, just you can drop your enrollment number with your classmate quickly.